Alright guys, so we're going to start with this stew meat. It's been in the freezer, so we have it in the pan. This pan did not come with a lid, so I'm just going to kind of let it sit there and try to heat up. Then we're going to add a little bit of liquid to it, and we will mix in some flour, kind of thicken it up a little bit, put it in our crock pot. So then, while that is working, we're going to cut up these onions and things, and we're going to put these things in our crock pot. So, crock pot out, or this. So, you know, this is very informal. It's just hubby and I, because everyone else is having Thanksgiving with other parts of their family, their dad, and we're just kind of on our own today. And you know, there's not much delivering going on. I might try to do some this afternoon after hubby goes to work and see if there's really anything going on. And if not, I'm just gonna hang out at home and we'll see. So then I'm gonna cut all the ends and everything off of these carrots that are kind of oddball-y looking, huh? And all the stuff from, you know, the carrots, the peels and everything, I'm gonna save. I don't really need any broth or anything right now. So I have some that actually needs to be put in the freeze dryer and freeze it so we can use it as a powder, and it will take up less room than what we have right now. But all of this is just going to go in a bag, and we'll send it with my son. He can, you know, feed it to the chickens or pigs or whatever he needs to feed it to. Because, you know, we try not to let much go to waste. Because if it doesn't go into, you know, food preservation or the dogs, then we try to, you know, send it with my kiddo to help with the pigs and things, because he spends a lot of money trying to feed those pigs, and we are blessed that we can pay to process one and have pork for, you know, a year or so, because it's been 6 months, I think, since we got, or it's getting close to 6 months that we had the pig processed, and we still have some things. We're going to get down to where we're going to be eating pork steaks and bacon, but that's okay. And lots of sausage balls. And we'll be making some of those later as well, because I like to make them and have them uncooked in the freezer, and then you just, you know, put some on a cookie sheet at 350 degrees, pop them in the oven for 20 minutes or so until they're however done you like them. I like mine well done. One of my son-in-laws, or my son-in-law, doesn't like them that done. So for him, I just cook them the regular, like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, because he doesn't like them crispy like the rest of the family does. But yeah, I mean, you know, we just have to do what we do, and then I think we're gonna I'll probably go when I'm at Walmart one day and get some of the, discounted bakery items, because he'll feed those to the pigs too. I need to find out what he needs, if he needs us to get, corn, or send him some money, or give him some money. So, because I know that gets expensive. And when you're the breadwinner of the family, it gets a little expensive when you're, raising a family and you got 2 children and all that stuff. It's a little expensive these days, so I'm gonna try to link some of the things that I use, like this. Oh, this is the best peeler ever. I really like this peeler. So the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna wash that off, and then we're just gonna cut these up, and then we'll kind of dice the potato. I think the onion's pretty good. And then I'm just going to put all this in the crock pot. So do you have, family traditions that you do either for Thanksgiving or Christmas? I mean, I've just seemed to always have my Thanksgiving on Friday, and, which is fine. Just, I don't know. It just seems harder and harder. And not that it's hard to have Thanksgiving, that's not it. It's just harder and harder to do things with, with the family, and everybody has their own, their kids, and everybody does their own thing. And then my dad's gone. He's been gone since 2017. And my mom, she's at my brother's in Oklahoma. That's a lot of carrots. So we might add a little bit of more onion to this. I'm going to need this onion anyway, because I'm going to pre-make our Thanksgiving sides and things like that today. So that's one of the things, that's one of my plans today. So that'll be a holiday video. So if there's anything that y'all would like to see, food wise or whatever, just give me a heads up in the comments, and I can see about, we can do a video on how to make some certain things or whatnot. Man, this is a strong ass onion. Much better. I'm gonna put that one aside. We'll use it for the stuffing. And flip this stew meat. So it's starting to get brown. I'm trying to kind of get some pieces off the edges, but it's still pretty frozen. Let me find a lid out of here. I don't think I have any lids big enough, but we'll just kind of set that one on there. All right, well, we made it back. Probably should have come a little sooner, but that's okay. So, we're going to take, while that's finishing, we're using turkey broth today. Homemade turkey broth. It always has a little bit of sediment in the bottom, but that's okay. We'll use our handy dandy little opener. Tastes wonderful. So, I am going that giant one. What is in there? Just didn't look wide enough. Yep, here's a small one. So I'm gonna take this little strainer here, and we're gonna put it inside this cheesecloth bag, and we're gonna strain this into a bowl. Because I don't want any of that sediment to get into our stuff. So this way it'll strain it out. And it doesn't strain at all, so a little bit of it got in there, but not a lot. So then I'm going to use just a touch of cornstarch. Side with a whisk, and whisk this little puppy up. And let's see, maybe use a couple teaspoons cornstarch. That way you can thicken it a little bit, just like that. I'm going to try to it They don't really all have to be 100% cooked because we're going to put them in the crock pot. And put it on high for the whole day. So, but I'm going to pour this in here. Let that, I'll turn it up just a little bit. I'm going to try to. We're going to have lots of dirty dishes today. So we're going to try to clean as we go, which is not, that is not my forte, peeps. Not at all. So if we can clean as we go, it will be a very good thing today. But it's always nice to use homemade products if you can. If not, it's okay. Because we can't all do that. I, for years, used store-bought broth, bouillon, all these things until like the last 4 or 5 years I started trying to grow some of our own food, make our own, you know, broths and things like that, because they are better for you. And I just turn this up. I want it to boil a little bit before we put it in the crock pot. I'm going to actually get it turned on, get it going. Do it on high for 6 hours, and I am going to add, there we go, that's what I want, a jar of water to this too. It's just what I want to see. Could have probably used a little bit more cornstarch, but with all the vegetables that we're going to use, I'm not going to do that. So, let's come over here, right there, and the dog is looking through the hole in the fence at, oops, I left a carrot out. We're just gonna pour all this yummy goodness right into that pot, just like that. And cut up this carrot that we forgot. It fell off the cutting board, so I didn't really just forget it. So there's that. I'm going to add a little bit of, let's see, where are these? This. Some onion powder. garlic powder. Woo! That one can melt way faster than the onion powder. And let's see what else. I'm gonna add some pepper. There we go. We'll take our spatula, just kind of do that. We'll kind of watch it, and if we need to add some more liquid, we can later. But, you know, we'll get some more juice from the meat and the potatoes, as well as the onions. So, and then just cook it all day, and we'll be good to go for dinner after a while. And I'll make some cornbread to go with it, and that will be our Thanksgiving dinner. So hope you all have a great one, and we'll see you on the next one. Turn it down just a touch. And now we're going to peel these lovely potatoes. You know, it's crazy because normally, so I cooked for a family of 6, was me and my kid's dad and the 4 kids. And of course, you know, I always cook a lot. And so, you know, when I buy groceries, I would always buy kind of in bulk, you know, 5-pound potatoes, several onions, and, you know, as hubby and I have been together, you know, he does like almost 100% of the cooking for the most part. I cook some things, but see, here's why I like this. You can just pop those out real easy. And a weirdo potato. Yeah, we might have to do another potato or two. We'll see. But when he, you know, buys groceries for the week, and I think that's part of the other thing is I didn't buy groceries for 1 week. I bought groceries for like a couple, 3 weeks. And so he'll buy like 1 onion, a couple potatoes, things like that. And so of course he kind of has an idea of what he's cooking. So then if I come in and cook, then I mess up his groceries for the week. So, but it's okay. You know, if I know what I'm doing or gonna make, but usually, you know, when I'm gonna fix something, I just kind of decide on the spur of the moment. I probably should have got a bigger bag because we're gonna have more than just that. Break these off real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need probably a couple more. But thought that would. Oh, goodness. We had a rough day yesterday. Lots of Spark deliveries. don't know if you know or don't, but our side job is delivering, you know, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, occasionally doing some ride share, as well as Walmart Spark and Amazon Flex. I think that's enough potatoes. So I got them all. All cut up in there. All right, back over here to this meat here. It's looking good. Cook a little more, and we'll be back when it's ready to add the flour and broth to this. So hang tight, and we'll see you back in a moment. Alright guys, welcome back. We are going to make the pumpkin pie, and I basically just follow the directions on the back of the can. However, like we're supposed to have ground cloves, and I don't have any, so I'm going to add all the seasonings plus pumpkin pie spice. So it will have the ones that the cloves in it. So, and I love this can opener. It is amazing. So if y'all will look in like the pinned comment, or the first comment in the feed is going to be where I have the affiliate links for the items that I use. And I'm about to lose my affiliate links because you have to have like 4 purchases or something in the first like 180 days, and I have 0. So, but that's okay. Funny thing is I send the link, like if my kid wants to order something, I'll send them the affiliate link, and then they don't use it. So, yeah. But this makes it really easy, because it just fits on there, and you spin it around like this. Come back, and it has these little things, and you just pinch, and it pulls it right off, just like that. Just like that. Then I'm going to like gently mix these, because obviously this isn't a very huge bowl, but I mix it. And of course, you know, everything says mix all your dry ingredients together and all that craziness, but I never do. So just give it a little mix. And yeah, I just spilled it all over this stuff over here. 1, I am very messy. 2, I don't always clean up as I go, so I'm trying to be better, especially doing these videos. So then I just go down, it says 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. So we come in here and find the 3/4 of a cup. I always have a 1 cup measuring spoon in there because for the most part, everything I use is a cup. So that is the sugar portion. And then, let's see, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. These belonged to my grandma. They're really old. I don't even know if you can buy them, like the metal ones anymore. Well, you can. I know. I think I've seen them on Amazon. But salt, a teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of ground ginger, and then we're gonna just add like a 1/2 teaspoon of this, just like that. I'm just going to get the whisk out because that's probably what I should have done in the first place. And I haven't even started the oven yet, so we'll get it turned on to 425. Always look in my oven to make sure that there's nothing in there because, yeah, I have done that mistake before. And the pumpkin can has a new recipe, a new fashion recipe, and a regular famous. So let's see, the new one is pumpkin, evaporated milk, and sweet and condensed milk. Good gravy. And then you don't put you don't put any sugar in it. I guess since you're put that sweet and condensed milk in it. So yeah, that's like craziness. Get these things put away. real fast. Let's see. That. And this, let me grab the pie shell. There. Just like that. And then we're just gonna pour it in the pie shell. This is where my spatula comes in handy though. So let me grab it back. This way we are try to get all the goodness out of this bowl. Because we got stuff around the edges that we want in our pie. But just like that. Get as much out of the pan or this bowl as we can. All that yummy goodness into that pie crust. And now we're just waiting for our oven to heat up and we'll get it put in. Alright, it's time to put the pie in the oven. Very carefully. Let's need to clean the oven. Right there. And you bake it for 15 minutes at 425 degrees. And then you turn the temperature down to 350 degrees and cook for about 40 minutes. So we'll see you back when the pie is finished. Alright guys, we're going to get to check to see if the pie is done. My pop holders ran away. Like usual. Oh, there they are. I found them, but this will work for the moment. Yeah, see, it's too jiggly, which means it's not done. See, it's a little bit wet on the knife. So we're going to do it for the other 5 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, here we are. Should be done. Cross your fingers. Don't wash this off. I did not know what's so fascinating in the next door, but Samson's got his. Yeah. Perfect. And now we'll take it out and set it on the counter and be ready to wrap up when it's cooled off. So we have a beautiful pumpkin pie for tomorrow. Alright guys, this is the green bean casserole. We're going to use our handy dandy little can opener. That's just the glue, just so you know. That is the glue that they use to seal these. And we're doing a double recipe today because we're going to have some new people. So I'm going to open 6 cans of beans, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. We'll put whole milk in it, and then we'll put a can of freeze-dried onions in it. Whew. And mix that up, and then it'll be all good to go for the, as far as I remember, until, you cook it. We'll cook it tomorrow, and then you cook it, take it out of the oven, put some more freeze-dried onions on the top, cook it a few more minutes, and voila, green bean casserole. It's a good thing I don't have to do more of those. My hand would be cramping. So, but we'll look at our little thing. And I put onions in it as well as on top. So, I mean, you know. And then I'll probably make, I don't know, some other dessert. Not really sure what. I might make a pecan pie after a bit. And go from there. Because not everyone is a fan of pumpkin pie. So let's get rid of these. One thing about doing all this stuff ahead of time is you can take out the trash before everyone comes tomorrow and pretty much start fresh on a new trash bag. So grab us some milk. Thank you. And this is the best if you want organic milk. This is actually, this one's good. I don't mind using the Walmart brand, to be honest. Man, these jars apparently, I mean these cans, at some point got wet or something, because there's rust on the lid where you open it. That's crazy. And I use full fat. I don't use anything that's low fat. It just does not taste the same. And everyone always can tell. They're like, what did you do different? So I just try to keep with the same, the same ingredients. So 1.5 cups of milk is what we need. There's that. Pour this in here. Mix it all together. And sometimes I do mix the soup with the milk before I pour it in, but I didn't feel like it today. So just mix all that up. And then if it's too milky, I'll add some more cream of mushroom, because I know how I prefer it. So and that's probably what we're gonna do, because I think that's too much milk in this. But we're gonna keep stirring, because it'll get mixed in together and then it might not be so liquidy. I don't like them little stem pieces in there either. Yeah, I think it needs another can of soup, to be honest. Yeah, I've looked into making my own, like, cream of mushroom or cream of whatever soup, but you can do it. It's not good for, like, long-term storage, so I'm not real comfortable with doing, like, canning dairy products. So, and this is just a store brand. Now I'm putting a whole can in there. And I'll mix this up. And then we'll put some, some of these pieces look geeky. But we'll just mix this in, cover it, put it in the fridge till tomorrow when we cook it. And then we'll top it with some more fried onions. We'll cook it, you put more fried onions on top once it's cooked. And it'll be nice and bubbly and hot. And good to go. In there. And you can add salt and pepper and all that stuff. I don't, since I don't use like low salt soups or anything. So I just leave it, and that way everybody can, you know, season it to taste on their plate, because everyone's not the same. And my kid's dad always would, he wouldn't taste anything. He would just salt it, no matter what. So I started cooking with, you know, not adding any salt. Because why am I going to add salt if he's just going to add like half the salt shaker to it? So that's kind of how I cook, and then hubby now is like, there's no salt in this. I'm like, oh yeah, you have to forgive me because I don't really cook very much with salt. I'm getting better. I am getting better at that. That is a heavy tray of food. Oops. Just wrap it all up. Do the same thing with all the dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. Just made sure that, you know, it was all closed up. No holes. But there you go. We'll go put it in the fridge. We'll be ready for tomorrow. That. Ooh wee. So rinse this board off and put this onion. That's the meat bag. Oh, I want it in there. I used to have some neat little containers that were like made for like half of an onion, but I don't really know where those went. I think I lost them when I got divorced. I lost a lot of things, but I gained a lot too, so it's definitely been an experience. Let me go get the foil cans. I think we're just gonna make it in there. We're going to spray it with some Pam. That way, hopefully it won't stick. So we're using these herb seasoned cubed stuffing from Pepperidge Farm. One of those, and then one of the blue package, which is the classic. So, yeah. And believe me, that's probably not enough. But I'm going to try to mix this together. If you've ever made stuffing from like this, like I guess freeze-dried bread, you're gonna add the water and it's gonna absorb a lot of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put part of this in this other pan because I can always add to it, because I want to be able to mix in the vegetables too. So we're going to do it that way. And that's probably not even like half, but it's good enough. And then mix the vegetables. I'm just mixing them up so I can add them here, and then we'll see what we need to do, and then we're just going to add this water to it. And the water only has butter in it, salted butter. So, and then I'll just mix, and then I'll add, you know, because I mean, obviously that's like way too soupy to me, but you gotta just keep mixing until you get all of the it's not crunchy anymore. And then I can hear is still turn off the water because I don't need it. Honestly, it doesn't have to be boiling. It just has to be hot enough to melt the butter, but I usually end up boiling it. And as you see, I don't measure. One, I have plenty of breadcrumbs, so if I need to add in more, we can. But that's kind of how it's done for what I do anyway. I'm gonna get this all mixed up and I'll get the rest of those breadcrumbs mixed in, and we'll wrap it up. And we'll see you back in a moment when we have our next item to make.